Imagine you're cruising down an empty stretch of highway, guided only by the beams of your headlights. In the distance, a figure materializes, arms outstretched, thumb in the air. A hitchhiker in need. You pull over, offering a ride to this lonely wanderer. But what if this isn't your everyday hitchhiker? What if this entity is ensnared in a temporal loop, cycling through endless repetitions of the same sequence of events, tethered to this specific location, this specific stretch of road? Each time you stop, each conversation you have, every choice you make could be akin to placing a piece in a cosmic jigsaw puzzle. And each piece, when placed just so, contributes to a pattern that might someday disrupt the loop, potentially setting this restless soul free. But what if freedom isn't the hitchhiker's only goal? Here's where things get even more perplexing. The hitchhiker might not merely be adapting its appearance to suit the driver's expectations, thanks to the observer effect in quantum mechanics, where particles behave differently when observed. No, the tale becomes even more convoluted and eerie. Picture this. The hitchhiker is not just an entity waiting to escape the loop, but a trickster figure, an agent of chaos, whose true objective remains veiled in mystery. The emotional energy of belief you invest in this entity might serve as the very key it needs to unlock the doors separating it from our reality. Your engagement becomes part of a larger puzzle, one that goes beyond just you or the hitchhiker. It touches on fundamental questions about the nature of time, reality, and the malleable borders between dimensions. Every interaction, every emotion you feel, even your willingness to stop and offer a ride contributes to an unfolding narrative that might have repercussions far beyond what you can see or understand. So the next time you spot a hitchhiker on a lonely road, think twice. You may be stepping into a narrative far more complex and otherworldly than you ever imagined. One that challenges not just your understanding of the supernatural, but also of the very fabric of reality itself. Now, after such an occasion, picture yourself recounting the story of your mysterious hitchhiker encounter with friends and family. You start to discover that others have had similar experiences. What you initially thought was your own isolated event begins to appear as a thread in a much larger tapestry. This shared repository of experiences is what we call collective memory. It is not just a collection of individual memories, but a living reservoir that accumulates the emotional and experiential weight of every encounter with this vanishing hitchhiker. Each new story adds another layer, another dimension to this collective understanding, deepening the enigma. And it's not just a passive archive. This pool of collective consciousness could serve as a source of wisdom for future drivers, or even act as a force that could one day break the loop the hitchhiker is caught in. But here's where you should be cautious. This shared reservoir of memory and emotion could also be a well that the hitchhiker or the trickster entity might draw from. They could feed off this collective energy, gaining more power, more influence, and perhaps the ability to shift boundaries of their existence, making them an even more formidable enigma. And what if the tale of the vanishing hitchhiker isn't just a spine-chilling story to share around the campfire, but a synchronistic signal, an echo in a labyrinth of collective consciousness? These stories, these pieces of folklore, might be more than just cultural relics. They could serve as active ciphers in a greater metaphysical, perhaps even cosmic code. Each retelling, each shiver down the spine, each wide-eyed listener adds energy to a cosmic scale, potentially aligning us with esoteric truths or dimensions beyond our current comprehension. So every time the story of the vanishing hitchhiker is told, you're not just sharing a tale to elicit gasps and shivers. You're participating in a cosmic drama that invites you to think about the world in ways you'd never considered. You become a conduit in a grander narrative, a narrative that might be weaving a tapestry of understanding that stretches not only across Earth, but possibly across dimensions we can't even yet fathom. Thus, the simple act of storytelling becomes a form of cosmic participation, with stakes that might just be higher than we ever dared to dream.